Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to talk about Navy Federal Credit Union. The reason why I wanted to make this video is because a couple weeks ago, I talked about USAA credit cards because USAA is who I bank with. And I got a lot of interest, and that gave me the idea to talk about the other bank or credit union, in this case, that caters specifically towards service members, veterans, and their families. And I didn't know much about Navy Federal Credit Union prior to making this video. However, after researching their services and going over their 6 credit cards, I'm actually very impressed. And today I'm going to take you through those 6 credit cards, and you can decide for yourself which is best for you. All right, I found this happy picture of a branch location. I'm in North Dakota, so I'm guessing they don't have any branch locations up here. Once again, who can join Navy Federal? To become a member, you or one of your family or household members must have ties to the Armed Forces, DoD, or National Guard. The 6 cards we're going to talk about today: the cashRewards Mastercard, More Rewards American Express, Go Rewards Visa Signature, Platinum Visa, N Rewards Secured Mastercard, and then the Flagship Rewards Visa Signature. The first 5 are all the same in that they have no annual fees, no balance transfer fee, no foreign transaction fees, and no cash advance fees. The last one, the Flagship Rewards Visa Signature, is Navy Federal's attempt to launch a premier credit card, and we're going to go over that one at the end because it's interesting. The first one has 1.5% cash back on all purchases, but there's also a $250 cash bonus when you initially get the card. And you just have to spend $2,500 within the first 90 days to get $250 cash back. And that's the equivalent of 10%, and that's on top of the 1.5 you're already getting. So for your first $2,500 worth of purchases, assuming it's in a 90-day window, you're getting 11.5% cash back, which is really good. APR is 11.9 to 18%. The next card is through American Express, so the bonus is a little bit better, and you'll earn 30,000 points, which is a $300 value, when you spend $3,000 within the first 90 days. In addition, you're getting basically the equivalent of 3% cash back at supermarkets and gas stations, 2% cash back at restaurants, and then 1% everything else. The APR is the same, 11.9 to 18. And to save on interest, you get an introductory APR of 1.99 over the first 6 months, but we don't really care about that. Just don't ever carry over a balance. But it's interesting because on the first $3,000 within 90 days, it's the equivalent of getting 13% cash back with that 30,000 bonus points, which is pretty nice. The next card has a slightly lower APR of 11.24 to 18, but there's no sign-up bonus or any kind of benefit to getting the card initially. It has 3x points on restaurants, so if you wanted to get this card and just use it at restaurants, it's slightly better than the first 2. However, there's nothing really drawing me to this card. The next card is the Visa Platinum, and this has no cashback rewards, but it does have the lowest APR. The variable APR is between 8.24 and 18%, and you'll get a 0% APR on all balance transfers for the first 12 months, where if you're carrying over any credit debt because you have a balance that you can't pay off in the immediate future, this card is actually a really good deal. And to kind of explain the math about lower APR versus cash back, we'll look at the American Express Rewards version and then the Visa Platinum. So if you were to spend $1,000 and then carry over that balance month to month, with the 9% APR and 0 points back, yeah, you get nothing. Then you get from Navy Federal nothing, And then after 1 month, you'd be paying $7.50 in interest, or the Visa and Navy Federal will be getting from you $7.50. After the second month, 15, third month, 22, fourth month, 30. Now factor in the bonus points for the American Express Rewards. Let's say you spend all 1,000 of that at a grocery store or on gas. You initially get $30 cash back, but if you carry the balance over and you're paying 18% APR, you're going to lose $15 a month that you're paying in interest. So that 30 you got in cash back after 1 month goes down to 15, then cancels out at 0, then you're in the whole 15, then you're in the whole 30. So carrying over a month-to-month balance on a credit card, even 4 months, wipes out any benefit you would get from cashbacks, bonuses, rewards. So if you're like me and you pay off your credit cards in full every month, then chasing bonuses and cashback rewards is a fun hobby and can save you a lot of money every year. But if for whatever reason you know in the near future you have to carry over a balance, the only thing you care about then is having the lowest APR. So the Visa Platinum with Navy Federal is a very good option. The N Rewards Secured Mastercard is a secured credit card, meaning if you have no credit history or bad credit history, you can open up this card. And how a secured credit card works is you have to give them an initial amount. You have to give Navy Federal $300 or $500 to have a $300 or $500 credit limit on your credit card. Then if you pay all your bills on time for usually about 6 months, they'll refund that money to you and give it back. What's nice about this secured credit card is you actually do get points. You get 1% per dollar spent. However, the APR is 18. It's the max. So you would not want to have a balance carryover on this card. You don't want to miss any payments. You would just use this card basically for 6 months to establish your credit, and then you could upgrade and order a new credit card and get one of the better ones. The last card is the Flagship Rewards, and this is a very interesting card because I feel like Navy Federal is trying to compete with, for example, the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And this card has an annual fee of $49. I called Navy Federal to confirm this. Active duty service members do have to pay that annual fee. If you're with Chase, Citi, or American Express, annual fees are waived for active duty service members, but Navy Federal says no. Active duty has to pay the $49. But they do waive the fee for the first year, and then it's $49 after that. And they have a sign-up bonus with the equivalent of $500 if you can spend $4,000 in the first month. And 4,000 divided by 500, it's actually a cashback equivalent of 12.5%. On top of the 2x points for everything else, or 3x points if you're traveling. Now, getting 500 cash back in the first 3 months actually would cancel out that $49 annual fee for 11 years. So for 11 years, you could use this card and for no other reason get the 2x points on everything and the 3x points on travel, which is the best rewards they give compared to any of their other cards. There's one other check mark here you should read, and it says you'll receive a statement credit up to $100 for either global entry or TSA pre-check. And I had to figure out what that meant, but basically to get TSA pre-check, it's $85 and you're good then for 5 years, or global entry $100 for 5 years. So that $49 annual fee actually gets you TSA pre-check or global entry for 5 years. And if you were going to do that anyways, then essentially the card is free for 3 years before you start factoring in that 500, which would then extend you another 10. So with all the perks included, this card is basically free for 13 years, which is a very good value. You compare this to the first card, the Cash Rewards, which gives you 1.5% cash back on everything. If you're getting 3% on travel and 2% on everything else, then that 0.5 difference, you got to say, how much do I need to spend to make up for that? And you have to spend about $10,000 a year to basically outpace the Cash Rewards card, which has no annual fee, for the Flagship Rewards to earn back that $49 annual fee. So if you just spend $10,000 within a 13-year period, you extended it basically to a 14th year where this card, once again, doesn't cost you anything net, which is very impressive. To sum it up, the first card, 1.5% cash back on everything. If you are just really adamant that you don't want annual fees at all, no matter what, go ahead and go with that card. The Flagship Rewards, however, once again, if you can get that bonus for the initial 3 months, then the card is essentially free for 14 years, which is a very good deal. The Visa Platinum is your best bet if you know, at least for a short amount of time, you're going to be carrying over a balance because it has the lowest APR and a low introductory APR on all purchases. And the secured Mastercard, once again, if you have no credit, you're brand new and you've never had a credit card, and you're not eligible for any of these other cards. The secured Mastercard is a great option. Once again, you would use that just for about 6 months until you can upgrade to a better card. So yeah, in conclusion, I'm very impressed. I would recommend the Flagship Rewards if you're either a veteran or a family member and you want a card that just gets a little bit more cash back, and then the TSA pre-check and the 3% on travel is very nice. However, if you're active duty, you probably should be using something like the Chase Sapphire Reserve or the American Express Platinum, because annual fees are waived for active duty service members. Okay guys, if you enjoyed this video and you liked it, consider giving it a thumbs up. In addition, if I missed something or my math was off, leave a comment down below and I'm happy to make a correction. In addition, check out my channel. I post weekly about military and finance topics, and I think I'll be making more credit card videos because people seem to enjoy these. Until next time, take care.